Good evening, everyone. Tonight we have a very special guest. Please welcome the President of the United States, Joe Biden. Mr. President, thank you for joining us.
Well, it's great to be here, Anderson. You know, back in my day, we didn't have these fancy cameras and all this technology. We had, what do you call it, the radio. That's right. I used to listen to FDR on the radio with my grandpappy.
That's quite a memory, sir. Now let's talk about the current economic situation. Can you explain your administration's plan to combat inflation?
Inflation, yes, inflation. You know, my dad used to say, Joey, inflation is like a balloon. If you blow too hard, it'll pop. And speaking of balloons, did I ever tell you about the time I accidentally let go of a balloon at the county fair? It floated right up into the sky. Never saw it again. Sad day. Very sad.
Right. Moving on. What are your thoughts on the current state of foreign relations, particularly with China?
China. You know, I once met a guy named Charlie Chan. Great guy. We had a chat about chopsticks and how tricky they can be. Have you ever tried eating spaghetti with chopsticks, Anderson? It's a real challenge. I tell you, it's like trying to catch a chicken with a fishing net.
Interesting analogy, Mr. President. Let's switch to climate change. What initiatives are you putting in place to address this global issue?
Climate change. Yeah, it's like when you're out fishing and the weather suddenly changes. 1 minute it's sunny, next thing you know, you're in the middle of a thunderstorm. Reminds me of a time in Scranton when my buddy and I got caught in the rain with only a newspaper to cover us. Ended up looking like a couple of wet dogs. And speaking of dogs, did you know Major loves to chase his tail?
Sir, if you could please take a seat, we still have a few more questions.
Lights are too bright, like the ones in my uncle's garage. He had this old Buick, beautiful car. But one day it just stopped working. We tried everything, even called my cousin Vinny. You know Vinny, right? Great guy, could fix anything with a hammer and duct tape.
Mr. President, please, we need to finish the interview.
Finish, yes. You know, when I was a kid, we never finished our ice cream cones. Always had to save some for later. But you can't save everything, Anderson. Some things you just gotta let go. Ice cream man, wait. I'm coming.
Well, folks, that was President Joe Biden. Stay tuned for more coherent conversations after the break.
Hey, Jack, could I get a chocolate chip cone? Hey, wait a minute, don't I know you?
I get that a lot. Here you go.
Thanks, Jack.
What an nincompoop. Hey. Enjoy your chocolatey X-Lax ice cream, moron. This is way, way too easy.